guys, it's Courtney Cooper and it's Training Tip Tuesday and it's a special holiday edition here. I'm a 5-star rider, the owner of Sea Square Farm and a partner in Excel Star Sport Horses, and I'm joined today by everybody at different points. But my husband Neil is on, it's on the camera. The dogs are here too, as you might hear. Here's Madeline, who's our head groom, and there's Danny.
Hi.
And then these are the cake balls. So we're going to run you through how to do all the cake balls, but we're going to actually start with Madeline dipping some white chocolate. So I'm going to take, we're starting sort of at the end, but a bowl, some melting wafers. Now, white chocolate is really not chocolate, it's fat, for those of you who may or may not know that. And so when you melt, especially white chocolate, you need to do it on low heat. So, power down to 7, and we know 3 minutes and 33 seconds for that amount of melting wafers will work. So we'll show you how to do that. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to chime in and ask. You can ask any questions about anything. Neil will let me know what they are. I know we do have one question about tack and how to keep your leather soft. We have a woman who watches us regularly, and she said she's ruined her gloves by washing them in dishwasher soap, which I thought was a lot, but anyway, neither here nor there. What I would do is we use just plain old saddle soap, glycerin saddle soap, and then we use like a leather balsam. Voltaire Saddles makes a really good one. We're sponsored by them, and so we use that. Potier also makes a good one. And what I would do is I'd put the gloves on, and then I put a little bit of the leather balsam on, and then I just rub it in, and I think your gloves will come back. We use that a lot when we get stuck out in the rain and the saddles get drenched. So that would be my best recommendation. Neil, do we have a question?
No.
No questions. Neil just looked like he had a question. So that's still got a couple minutes to go. So let's talk to you about cake balls. So don't look at that one. The sprinkles fell into it. So these are 2 cake mixes. And we this year are doing white, yellow, and chocolate cake balls. We tend to pick flavors that everybody will like. So you take the cake. This one I took out of the tin already.
So when you say they're 2, Courtney, you mean you've made 2 layers, what would normally be a 2-layer cake, into 1 big layer?
Right. I've actually made 2 boxes of cake.
To get 2 big layers.
2 big layers, yeah. Because what you do is you actually destroy the cake. So after you've made that nice, lovely cake, you're going to take it and you're going to, actually this is, and you're going to just take it apart. Okay? Like that. Then, we're going to leave that there for a second because, well, we have no room. And now Nathan has joined us as well. It is all hands on deck for cake balls because that's what we do here.
How many do you make every year?
Oh, Madeline, I'm glad you asked that question. We make about 300 dozen. So Neil can show you. We'll finish off in the mason jars. There's
Say hi, Nathan.
Hi. But Neil can show you that we just bought a bunch of mason jars. So we have a bunch of mason jars over there. So, so can of frosting for your double batch of cake. Okay,
So if you made less, if you made 1 box of cake, you'd use half a can of frosting.
you got it, Neil. Neil's doing math for us, so that's good. You like that? So we take that, and I'm going to sneak past you. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can or a regular mixer, you can do this by hand. It's a little more challenging by hand, but I used to do it that way. And then we mix it up. So Madeline is pulling out the white chocolate right now, and you can go to her, Neil. And when we melt the chocolate, we will add oil in the chocolate to sort of break it up. Otherwise, it gets a little too thick. I mean, if you wanted to have very densely coated cake balls, you could use 100% melting wafers. And you can see that the white gets a little bit, doesn't melt as well as the chocolate. We'll do some chocolate later to show you some milk chocolate or dark chocolate. But you just have to work it in. I'd probably put some more oil in that.
I was just gonna mix it in first.
And we have these really good
Splashed
tools.
everywhere.
I don't remember what they
We
were
got
called.
these at a Chinese food store. They're fantastic for dipping in. But anyway, we'll get back to that later. So back over here, Neil. So you can see that we've got our cake in here. And we're just gonna do it until it's sort of mixed. Okay, so now we've got to take, excuse me, Neil. Use this flour. We take our
Here's flour. Say hi, flour.
We take our other cake. And we put it in here. And I usually, after I've done one, I break it up. And then I make the second one, I do it in halves. Like that. And then I take the rest of the can of frosting. Stick it in there. It can get a bit messy in here.
Should I break the Madeline dipping some cake balls?
Yeah, break to Madeline dipping some cake balls. So, Madeline, explain to us what you're doing.
You're being really brave. Going
Why?
to make the milk chocolate. Oh, it's fine. Stick it up. Yeah, chocolate sprinkles. Cool. So essentially, we're just dropping the cake balls in. You want to make sure they get evenly coated on all sides. That's why our special tool works so well. If you do it with like a spoon or a fork, you kind of always get the one side that doesn't get covered. But with this, we're able to go all the way around. Oh, I dripped a little bit. Whatever shall we do?
I told you. Here, why don't you just put them here?
Yeah, but I run out of room over there anyways.
So do them there. So we use parchment paper to put stuff on. It's the easiest thing to put underneath because they don't usually stick. So Nathan and Danny, not Amy, Danny.
And not Jacob.
And not Jacob. There's a long story about that, guys. Anyway, why don't you guys come over here and you can...
So when we decorate them, it doesn't have to be anything particular. We try to decorate each variety with the same decoration each batch. So this same cake and same chocolate coating will get the same type of sprinkle. And then when we switch to chocolate instead of white chocolate or chocolate cake, we would just use something else.
I feel like I lost one in here. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah, the sprinkles tipped over and I'm going to have to fix that
It's a
later.
bloodbath over there,
So,
guys.
anyway, so if anybody has any questions, let us know. But you can see Nathan and Danny are now rolling the cake mixture. We try to make the balls not so big that they are more than a mouthful. Really, that's what we're trying to get to, is that they're about a mouthful.
A moose bouche.
And a moose bouche, exactly. Look at you, Nathan. Cooking classes at Caesar Farm.
Come work for us, everyone.
Exactly.
Learn how to ride. You learn how to roll dough.
Exactly. So anyway, so there you go. So they roll those, and then you can see we have different flavors going on there. So coming back to this, so we'll make different varieties. So we have 3 different types of cake, and we have 3 different types of chocolate. We have dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and white chocolate. And so you can see Madeline has finished up with the white, and so she's done white on white chocolate with brown sprinkles. And so now we will do Oh, sorry, lemon. She's got lemon over there, so she's gonna start with the lemon. And here, if you want, you want to put it there. Put it there.
Yeah, I was gonna start over here.
Okay.
It's
So,
fine.
she's gonna do the lemon with the white, and then we can do like the colored sprinkles. I can help her with that. So we do this, again, anybody who's known me for a long time. We started off with cookies originally, and then we went to different breads, and cookies and breads don't necessarily travel great. And so we have gone, then we did truffles, which were really hard and time consuming. And then we went to cake balls, and everybody seems to really enjoy the cake balls. And so what we do is they will come, once we get them all done, we will put them in mix them together and put them in a mason jar, and they travel really well. We hand deliver a bunch of these, and then we also FedEx them as well. So there's that. And so that's sort of Cake Ball 101, from cooking cake, add frosting, and then you roll them, and then you melt your chocolate, put a little bit of oil in it, melt your chocolate on low heat, add some oil. And that was another question we had was, how do I get it so shiny? I think adding a little bit of oil helps with that, so we do that. And then for post-production, let's say, to give them out to people, we just put them in mason jars, and we find people really like them like that.
They're also dog proof that way, because in the past we sometimes sent them to people not in a permanent thing, and some people with
Labradors.
Used to have to worry about their dogs getting into
Labradors.
the chocolates.
Seems like someone's being called out right now, but I'm not sure who it is.
Labradors.
Seems like it might be a certain dog.
Labradors. Anyway, the other question I got before this, and are there any questions right now, Neil? Nobody's asking questions. We're just amazing. Another question we had was on a horse-related question. Was how do you decide when to move up? It seems like a lot of people talk about moving up, and how do you decide when to move up, and what do you do for that? And my recommendation is that you're jumping around clean, that you're not really stressed about it, that the horse is well within its limits. And then there's one little mental game that I play with my riders, if I think they're ready to move up, is I will have them tell me exactly what happened at each fence, and if they can accurately tell me what happened at each fence, it tells me they're probably ready to move up, because they have the ability to think out on course and remember what happened. Whereas a lot of times if you're having trouble at the level, or you're a little overwhelmed, your responses are all very automatic, which can sometimes be good, but sometimes your nerves take over. So before you are ready to move up, I'd want to make sure that you have the ability to think through the whole process. Do you guys have anything to add? Cake Balls 101? Like, you guys think I'm crazy? We've been doing this for days, but not weeks.
Hours.
The last week. We sort of do cake balls in the morning when it's really cold, actually, because all the horses have been on vacation. So
The ground's frozen.
and the ground's been a little bit tight. So we do this for a little bit in the morning, and then we get back to work. So we're going to finish up with what we've got going on here. We wish you guys the start of a really good holiday season. Hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Next week I am in Ireland again, and so we thought we would do a videotaped training tip Tuesday of what to expect if you were to make a trip to Ireland, and maybe some of the things that the Irish do with their horses that we don't, like free jumping. We'll all be going to a pony jumper show, and that's kind of fun. So we'll be able to see ponies jumping really big fences and going really fast. So if you have any questions about Irish horse hunting or what I do in Ireland, you can certainly ask. We saw a great group of horses the last time we were there, so if you're looking, feel free to reach out, and we can tell you all about what we found and provide you with videos and x-rays. So that's exciting. And then if you have any more questions on cake balls, feel free to reach out as well. So I guess that's Training Tip Tuesday, huh, guys?
I guess so.
Everybody here, thank you so much for helping me. And you guys stay healthy and happy, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday. Thanks very much. Bye.